Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. We had some breaking news today. Trump has signed some executive orders on energy. Sorry. All right, let's talk about what's going on in the world today. President Trump has just signed a series of executive orders that are already shaking things up in the energy sector. We're talking about big moves, natural gas export pipelines, and some serious changes to clean energy funding. Before we get into the details, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you want more real-time updates on political news. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and turn on notification bell so you never miss a story. All right, let's go in. So what exactly did Trump sign into law? Well, in just the past few weeks, his administration has taken some massive steps to reshape America's energy policy. Let me give you this. Let me give you the breakdown. Spanning LNG export, Trump just approved the Commonwealth LNG Project in Louisiana. This is a big deal. It's the first liquefied natural gas LNG export license approved since the Biden administration has previously paused these kinds of projects. The goal is to increase exports to Europe and Asia, particularly reduce Europe's reliance on Russian gas. The Energy Dominance Council, yeah, that's the thing now. The council, led by Interior Secretary Doug Burgum, is tasked with expanding domestic oil and gas production, speeding up infrastructure projects, slashing regulation, reversing offshore wind investment. Trump has cut federal support for offshore wind projects, causing companies to withdraw investment and workers to lose jobs. The offshore wind industry, which had been growing under the previous administration, is now facing major setbacks. Pausing clean energy funding in Texas, over $400 million of federal funding for clean energy projects has been frozen. This was money meant for solar and renewable energy projects in underserved communities. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, say it's because of concerns about how the funds were being used, but many see this as a political move. Now, before we move on, take that second to hit that big thumbs up like button. It really helps push this content out to more people. And let us know in the comments, do you think these energy policies will help or hurt Americans in the long run? Now let's talk about what all this actually means for everyday Americans, whether you are paying for gas, heating your home, or working in the energy sector. This affects you. First of all, gas prices. One of Trump's key arguments is that increasing domestic oil and gas production will lower energy costs for American consumers. But here's the thing. That doesn't happen overnight. Sure, more domestic drilling could stabilize supply, but factors like global market, refinery capacity, and international politics still play a huge role. Then there's the job market. Increased oil, gas projects. We're looking at more blue-collar jobs in places like Texas, Pennsylvania, and North Dakota. But on the flip side, clean energy workers, especially those in offshore wind, are seeing the industry take a hit. Let's not forget about climate policy. Cutting federal funding for solar energy and obviously a setback for the renewable industry. So the big question is, should the U.S. double down on fossil fuel or keep investing in clean energy? Let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel for more updates like this, seriously, it helps a lot. Now let's look at the reaction. Because whenever Trump makes a move, there's going to be a backlash. On the other side, Republicans in the energy industry leaders are calling this a win for American energy independence. They argue that cutting restrictions will make the U.S. a major energy powerhouse again. reducing reliance on foreign oil and gas. On the other side, Democrats in the environment group are slamming these moves as a step backwards for climate progress. They're warning about increased carbon emission, more pollution, and the long-term impact of pulling funding from renewable energy projects. And then there's the international reaction. The European Union has already hinted at possible trade responses if the U.S. energy policy disrupt global markets. Meanwhile, countries like China and Russia are watching closely, especially with the LNG export being fast-tracked. Quick reminder, if you enjoy this breakdown, hit that big like button. Again, seriously, it helps keep bringing you real, unfiltered news. So what happens now? Here's what we're watching. Gas pricing with Trump policy actually makes a difference, or we are going to see prices fluctuation. Legal battles, there's a good chance some of these executives' orders could face lawsuits from environmental groups. State reaction. States like California and New York have already started pushing back against federal emergency rollbacks. And following 2024 election impact, Trump's energy policy is already becoming a major campaign issue. Some voters see it as necessary move for economic growth, while others worry it's a step away from renewable progress. So let me play this video for you guys real fast. This is him signing the order. They're getting the order ready to sign for the energy costs.
People wanted that very badly.
Okay, and here is an executive order establishing the National Energy Dominance Council. So that will be chaired by the Secretary of the Interior, Mr. Burgum, and the Vice Chair, Chris Wright. And so this will reduce costs with respect to energy.
All right.
Establish
American
independence with energy and also unleash energy dominance.
Good, thank you. And this is a big deal. We have more energy than any other country, and now we're unleashing it, to put it nicely. And I'd like to ask Doug, you're going to be heading it up. You and Chris, would you say a few words about it, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely, sir. Good afternoon. President Trump wisely understood that under the Biden administration, there was a war against American energy, and today that war officially has ended. President Trump on day one declared a national energy emergency. And this is a real emergency because under the Biden administration restricted the production of oil and gas. Production's still coming, but when you stop holding leases, when you take 625 million acres of land out of ocean land, out of production possibilities through an executive order, you're really restricting the balance sheet of America. But today, as President Trump said, this is unleashed. The National Energy Dominance Council will be made up, all the folks that are standing beside me here, other cabinet leaders and many more, represent President Trump's wise decision that we need a whole of government approach to unwind. The Biden administration had a whole of government approach that had the war against U.S. energy. Now we need to turn that around 180 degrees and unleash that potential. We've got to unleash it from the Gulf of America all the way up to Alaska. We have amazing resources in this country, and we haven't been getting a return on them. Many of these are under public lands. The interior has 500 million acres of surface, 700 million acres of subsurface minerals, critical minerals, and offshore close to 2 billion acres. And that.
All right, guys, that's the breakdown of Trump executive orders on energy. At the end of the day, this is a huge shift in American energy policy, and the effect will be felt for years to come. Whether you support these moves or think there's dashes, one thing is for sure, they're changing the game. Let me know in the comments, do you think Trump policy will lower gas prices? Should the U.S. focus on fossil fuel renewable? And before you go, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching MRT Online News Buzz.